Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Kelsey L, and I'm super excited to share a special guest with you, one of my amazing clients, Judy. Judy, thank you so much for joining.
Oh, you're welcome, Kelsey. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, it's been so much fun. We have been through kind of a whirlwind over the last 8 weeks together. And Judy's just had so many great things going on. And the reason why I'm bringing her on today is to just share a little bit about her experience and story with you ladies to one, let you know that there is hope out there, that online dating isn't as scary as it may sometimes seem, and also that so much can even be happening during this time of social distancing. Um, and something, Judy, that you had mentioned to me, I think it was in our last conversation, is the amount of commitment that you put in to you working together. When you made that commitment and you really just, you followed everything to a T, suddenly so many things started happening and opening up for you. um, I think that was really profound because I always say it starts with the decision. When someone is looking for more in their life, just more joy, something feels a little bit off, it's that decision to say, like, I'm going to fix it. So I'm really happy to have you here and share a little bit of your story. Do you want to tell the ladies a little bit about you?
Absolutely, yes. I'm from New Jersey, and I have not had a partner in my life for quite some time. I spent it raising my son until he got graduated from college, and I finally got all the kids out of the house and have the house to myself. And now I said it's my time. So luckily, I found Kelsey, and I started learning a lot of the techniques that she was talking about, and really implemented all of them. I follow them religiously. For example, I don't know if you want me to say any of what I've done so far.
Sure, you sure can.
So one of the things was, of course, since we're in the middle of COVID, I wasn't going out as much as I used to. And I always felt like I was the kind of person that meets people when I'm out. And I felt constrained, so I had to find a new way. And Kelsey suggested online dating. And so I've tried it before and it never worked for me. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll try it again, Kelsey. She kind of twisted my arm a little bit. She said to me, well, one of the things is to try to send out at least 10 likes a day to men that you think you'd be interested in. So I started that. And the first week it was like, not really anything come back. And I'm thinking, oh, this is just like always. But then all of a sudden, like about the end of the second week, I started getting a lot of likes and I started talking to a lot of people. And so, yeah, I mean, just that one little tip helped a lot.
Wow, it's so exciting. And I remember that moment too when I asked you do this for 10 men a day. You're like, there are not enough men that I find interesting that I could do this daily. But we worked through some of that, the mindset issue behind it, which I think all women have, even men have it too when they're online dating. And then I remember that moment where you said, I don't know if it's working, and you kind of seemed a little bit nervous. Here you're putting out so much and you weren't getting anything in return, and it felt scary probably. But
Yes.
again, it was that commitment and the determination, and then a lot of the other work that we did together, suddenly it just magically started to open up. And I remember that moment where you were like, and
Absolutely.
you have some pretty high standards, when we
I
put
do.
together that list of who you want to be with, who you want to partner with. It can seem like, wow, is this man really out there, because he has to be a high quality guy. But you've started to really talk to some really interesting men. What did you say about the spreadsheet?
Oh, well, I'm a technology person by trade, so and legal, so I'm very analytical, and so I've started making a spreadsheet of all the men that I talk to and where they're from and everything, so that in case they email me back, I won't get them mixed up with someone else.
See, this is the new problem. So many men that now we have to actually create a spreadsheet for it. I love that. That's actually you're the first of my clients who's ever said that, and it's the cutest. I love it. And yeah, not only, a lot of the women that I talk to say they're not quite sure if they're ready for all this because they're busy. But you, my dear, have been studying for your exams. You've been doing a lot of big things. So, do you feel like that is in any way a problem to be really busy and also on your dating journey?
I say no because my mantra is ask a busy woman to do anything and she will do it. Always add one more thing to the pile.
I love that. That's mine too, because it's like I need 24 more hours in a day, but I somehow am able to get it all in.
Well,
So
and for, it's all about your priorities too. I mean, for me, this is a priority, so I make sure I have time every day to spend on myself.
it really is. And have you found that you're still able to go to in-person dates even during mask wearing and social distancing?
Yes, I've actually, met one person in person, but I found that there are a lot of people out there that are a little concerned about COVID, so they don't want to really have any kind of human interaction right now. But, there are some guys out there that, if they're cautious and I'm cautious, we're all willing to, take the step to meet in person.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And I think one of your dates was very similar to what you said. Gosh, if I was to go on a date, here's what it would kind of look like. And
Oh,
that's what you gave
100%,
me. Yeah.
100%. I mean, if I had a prescription pad and filled out, this is what I want, he pretty much matched all the boxes.
Wow. Power of intention and manifestation. Wow. Judy, remind me, how did you find me?
Honestly, I mean, I do a lot of self-help. Yeah, I have a lot of lists for, motivation and self-improvement. But all of a sudden, just one day in my inbox popped an email from you talking about your program, and started to read it. And I'm like, this sounds really interesting.
Mm.
Well, I guess I emailed you, and that's the next step.
Yeah, and we probably had a chat.
I
Do you
did.
remember feeling nervous at all to join?
Um, no, because I'm a person that makes decisions very quickly. I don't really. I use my intuition, and I just either if I have a gut feel it's good, then I do it. If the gut feel is bad, I don't do it. So after I had the conversation with, I don't remember his name.
Jason.
Oh, Jason. Okay, and at the end, he says, "Well, do you want to join?" And I'm like, "Yes, of course."
Well, I'll tell you what, that trait is also why you're doing so well and why
Oh,
you're talking to so many men now, because when you are someone who can make a decision, I always say the most successful people in the world do know how to make a decision, even if it could feel a little risky or a little scary. They're able to
hmm,
quickly assess and quickly make a decision, and that always leads to more growth and expansion and great things in our lives. So, clearly it's working for you outside of dating, and now it's working for you inside your dating world as well, which is really beautiful. uh,
yes, yes.
yeah. Yeah, so what would you tell any woman who is maybe watching this now and considering uh, going on this love journey but is feeling nervous and scared?
Oh, I would definitely say you should try it because it's changed my life. It made me think about things in a different way. It made me think about what I want in a man in a different way and not be judgmental, be more broad-minded and open-minded. And I think it's really important to do this. It helps in your development and it will help ultimately in your happiness.
Mm. And you're always such a joy. I mean, you're just like a breath of fresh air. I just
Oh, thank
enjoyed, every session that we had together, and we always had so much fun on our group calls with all the other ladies as well.
definitely.
But you really did. You showed up so big and contributed so much, and showed up with a really open heart and that positive attitude. It's really easy to kind of sink into there's nothing good out there. I'm not going to do online dating, but you showed up and you did again everything that we talked about and we asked, and amazing things are happening and they're just going to continue happening from here on out, which is so beautiful. We'll obviously be on the journey together forever now, so I can't wait to to share more about your journey. But I thank you so much for sharing your time with me and the other ladies in our community. I know that it's really helpful for them to be able to hear a little some stories and hear that online dating isn't as scary as it might seem.
Exactly. No, thank you, Kelsey, and good luck to everyone.
Thank you, Judy. Have a beautiful rest of your day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.